The day I found out I was pregnant with our second child, my husband said, "I have a confession to make." We were sitting at a stoplight, and our daughter Maya was at a play date. And my mind started flipping through this Rolodex of worst-case scenarios. He's having an affair. He wants out of the marriage. He changed his mind about having another child. But I managed to say, "What is it?" He couldn't look at me. He said, "I lost my wedding ring." This was so much less of a problem than I was anticipating that at first it didn't really sink in. But we had agreed to wear rings as, a symbol of our commitment. And we didn't have a lot of extra money, so replacing it was going to be a problem. I said, "Well, when do you remember seeing it last?" He said, "Well, Tuesday, Wednesday." So he'd waited several days to tell me, hoping it would turn up and I wouldn't notice. And he had already looked at his office and his bike pannier and all the places that it might be. And in truth, I didn't notice because I had been planning Maya's third birthday party and hosting Maya's third birthday party and watching an almost 3-year-old constantly. I was a stay-at-home mom, and so all the focus was always on Maya. So I started looking everywhere in the house I could think of. I got the yardstick, and I swept dust bunnies out from under the refrigerator and the washing machine and the dryer, and I looked in all the places I could think of 3, 4, 5 times. I get a little obsessive when I can't find something. It didn't turn up. And after a few days, I thought, all right, that's it. It's gone. Nothing to do about it. So the following Wednesday was Maya's actual birthday, and we were getting ready to go to a picnic up at Walker Ranch with some friends of ours. This was something we'd been doing weekly in the summers. I think at that point, this was about the 10th year we'd been doing this. So we had the packing down to us, science. But when you have a 3-year-old, the packing, the stuff you have to take, there's about 50% more than you would need if you didn't have a kid. So as I'm packing, I'm also looking through everything, like the picnic basket and the camp chairs and the car and just everywhere I can think of, but no ring. So we're driving up to Walker Ranch, and Maya's in the back seat. She's very excited. We have a cake. We have presents. She's just babbling on and on about all the friends she's going to see there. They're all grown-ups except for the 1-year-old baby. But she's just so excited, and I'm thinking, the wedding ring doesn't really matter. This is what matters. The fact that our kid has all of these adults in her life that she considers friends and that will help watch over her as she grows up. And so we get up there and we go to our usual spot, and the place has been trashed. Some slobs have been there over the weekend and left all this trash all over the site. So we have to clean everything up before we can start having our picnic. And we've got toys, and we've got birthday cake, and we've got presents, and enthusiastic Maya wants to play in the dirt. And so she sits down and she's drawing in the dirt, and we're all talking, and I'm thinking, well, there's a lot of adults around, keep an eye on her. And since I'm the stay-at-home mom, I've sort of turned things over to Kevin for a little while. And she's drawing what looks like maybe aliens or something. It's kind of hard to tell. And as she's contemplating this magnificent work of art, she's raking her fingers through the dirt, and dirt is tumbling down through her hands, and she's just got that tactile thing going, and she's getting absolutely filthy. And she's just really enjoying this whole process. And I think, all right, everything's fine. I turn away to grab some food, and I hear Kevin, "Maya, hold still!" I'm instantly, I'm the worst case scenario queen. So I'm like, okay, there's a rattlesnake, there's a stinging insect. She's about to maybe poke her eye out with a stick. Who knows? And I turn around to look, and Kevin is crouched over her. All I can see is one filthy hand and her face ready to crumple into tears, and Kevin's holding her other hand, and he uncurls her fingers and pulls off his wedding ring. Now, the best we can figure is that the week before, he'd been washing his hands and flung the water off, and the ring went flying, and nobody noticed. And the slobs that had been there over the weekend also never noticed. And that ring waited there in the dirt for us. So it seemed pretty magical. It seemed like a sign. And Maya, well, she got a lifetime pass for playing in the dirt. And she still makes art, but now her medium is oil paint. Thank you.